Hi, and welcome to Classic Jurassic Dee Dee. I'm your hostess, Classic Jurassic. I'm so glad you're here. Today I am going to show you some basic controls for the game. If you're new to the game, there's some keyboard shortcuts, there's some basic things that kind of hard to figure out when you're first starting the game. So this tutorial is for beginners. If you're a seasoned veteran of this, you probably already know these things. And if you are, go ahead and let me know what you have found that maybe I haven't. So this game has already been started. I'm right at the very beginning. I haven't even friended a Styracosaurus yet. I want to go over some of the basic controls, some keyboard shortcuts, and just some fun things to give you a really good gaming experience. So let's jump right in and continue with, I believe her name is Violet, just like her hair. All right, so right now you can see in the game that it's raining. When it's raining, you do not have to water your crops, so yay, bonus. I'm using a gaming laptop computer, and you can use a mouse or the tracker pad, so I'm using the tracker pad. And on my keyboard, I can use the WASD buttons, W, A, S, and D, to move forward and back, or I can use the arrow keys. Depending on what type of device you're using, that will determine how you can make your character go. So, this is the pond, and if you see the little circle, the little white circle that pops up, that means that's an item that you can interact with. We don't have the watering can in our hands, so we can't really do anything with it, but just keep in mind that little white circle is important. All right, every morning, or at least sometime during the day, you're going to want to go say hello to every one of your dinosaurs. This can take a lot of time when you have a lot of dinosaurs. In the beginning, it's easy, but if you neglect your dinosaurs, they get sad. Visiting them makes them happy. See the little hearts? So, remember when I talked about the white circle? So you walk up to your dinosaur and just press the space bar. Just tapping the space bar allows you to pet your dinosaurs. See how happy that makes them? Now, walking up to them and holding down the space bar allows you to climb on board and let's go for a ride. Sorry, Lucky. Let's go back over to our little pond. Now we see the white circle. If you're on a dinosaur that can water, watch what happens. Tap the space bar. So a Gallimimus is a waterer. Walk over to whatever you want to water, your crops, which they don't need watered today, but for the sake of this tutorial, this is something you're going to want to do. Water your crops. If you don't water your crops, they will wither and you'll get weeds. Gallimimus is one of many waterers. Gallimimus is also a very fast dinosaur. Okay, I've played this game before. If you have not played this game before and you've gone through the tutorial, your farm will look similar, but you won't have all of this debris. See all of that? Now those are rocks and fiber and logs, and you'll collect all of those. You'll need them. You'll need them for building, for trading, and for selling. So don't get rid of them right away. I will show you how to collect them. Let's get off of White Galley and climb on Lucky. So with Lucky, you walk up and you see the debris and the circle and just tap the space bar, and he collects those things. We got wood and fiber. Not only does he collect it, he also clears the area, and as you can see, Lucky has leveled up. Whenever you use the dinosaurs, I don't know, superpowers, if you will, they level up. But they also lose stamina. So if you look at the top of the screen and you see the number 5 and the word stamina, that is showing us Lucky is getting tired. He's okay for now, he's not critical, but if we use him too much, he will get super tired. In fact, let's do that. Let's clear some more debris and we'll make Lucky tired. Oh, look, I caught a carrot seed. And all I'm doing is using the arrow keys. I'm walking up to the debris, waiting for the white circle, and tapping the space bar. And as you can see, Lucky's stamina is not doing so good. Now, why am I not breaking these big rocks? I do not have a Styracosaurus. So you need dinosaurs that can bash, like a Pachycephalosaurus. They can also bash those big rocks. And we can go over that once I friend a Styracosaurus. Now, Lucky is getting tired, so let's finish clearing some debris and I'm going to show you how to make Lucky happy again. Alright, so his stamina is down to 30. Now, to dismount Lucky, we hold down the right mouse key. Ta-da! Alright. Now, we have two different types of inventory. One I like to call a backpack, and that's the inventory that we carry around with us everywhere we go. In order to get the backpack, just press the letter I. Now, in my backpack, you can see I have my journal, which you should always carry with you. I have carrots, wood, fiber, the flute, which is very important, stone, and I picked up a carrot seed. That is what I carry with me. Now, I tap the right mouse key again, and that disappears. If you walk up to your house and you tap the space bar, you'll see storage, diary, and bed. We don't want to start a new day because we just started this day. We can save our progress in the diary just by clicking on Write in Diary, and then we're going to keep playing. And we're going to interact with the house again. Tap the space bar and bring up the storage. We will left click on the storage. This is what we have. These are the items that we will need throughout the game. Let's see. I do not have the type of poppin that Lucky likes. I'm pretty sure Lucky likes the juicy poppin. This right here is a crunchy poppin. Hint, we're going to need that to friend dinosaurs. Okay. I have pretty much wasted Lucky's stamina because I thought that I had a poppin. I do not. If I were to give this poppin to Lucky, he wouldn't like it. I know that Lucky likes beetroot. So, right mouse click to get out of that. So we're going to walk up to Lucky and we're going to offer him a beetroot because that's his favorite snack. However, okay, so we're still up on Lucky. If you tap the number 1 on your keyboard, you'll see that your journal comes up. And this is telling us about Lucky. And I was right. Lucky's favorite treat is juicy. Do you see the little water droplets under treat? That means juicy. That's a juicy poppin', and we can only get those from the marketplace. And I don't think that we are ready to buy those yet. Excuse me, I can tell you how to do that. But for now, we're just going to plug away, and we're going to put Lucky back in his pen because I have worn him out and he is tired. Since I don't have any juicy poppins to restore Lucky's stamina, and I'll just hit the escape key to return. Not the escape key, I'm sorry, the right mouse to drop the journal. I am going to leave Lucky alone, maybe take him back to his pen, so he can rest because he doesn't have any stamina left. And we're going to take white galley because white galley has more stamina. Okay. Now, actually, now that I'm looking at it, let's look at this. This is herbivore food, and we interact with it by tapping the space bar. And you see there are two sections of the trough. We do not have any herbivore food that we can fill this trough with. So let's go to our house and see if we have any herbivore food in our inventory. If we don't, we will go to Pebble Plaza and buy some. We do, right here. In fact, I have 73 units. Now, while I'm here, we do not need all of this stuff in our backpack. We don't need beetroot, so we're going to highlight it and just tap the left mouse key. We don't need those rocks. We don't need seeds. We don't need the poppin'. So we don't need these items. So we're just going to get rid of them, put them back in our home inventory, and leave them be. But we are going to go load the herbivore food. So let's go do that. When I first played this game, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to fill the herbivore food. I kept moving the trough. So we walk up to it, press the space bar, and then simply highlight the herbivore food and tap the left mouse key. The trough is full. Right mouse key to exit. And then we can go back over here and put the food back because we don't need to carry it. Anytime that you're out, and I'll show you the map. Exit. Anytime you are out, here's the map. Tap the M key and you'll bring up the map. So we're here. This is where we live. This is our little cute little dinosaur farm. Anytime you are out here adventuring, you will be collecting items. It's very important to get clover, dandelions. Sometimes there's wood laying around. It's really important to collect those things because you need them to upgrade your pens. You need them to sell to make money. Sometimes you need them to feed your dinosaurs extra treats. Certain dinosaurs like treats like dandelion. We are going to take White Galley across this bridge and over here to Pebble Plaza. Now, this over here, we haven't opened that land yet. And over here, we haven't opened that yet. That's later on in the game. So we're going to exit our map. We are going to get our Gallimimus, and we are going to adventure out. And I will show you. You need your backpack empty because when you go out and you start collecting things, you can only collect so much. So while this is loading, I'll have a little drink. Not alcohol. Actually, just milk this morning. Now, see this a great big world that we get to explore. It's a lot of fun just spending time walking around and looking at things and seeing what's out there, collecting, making notes of what you find. Because look at those Styracosaurus. Look how pretty they are. There's like a I don't know, is that a burnt orangish color? A white, green. I guess is that another white or grayish? We're going to need to friend one of those pretty rapidly. So if you look on the ground, remember how we need herbivore food to feed our dinosaurs? Some herbivore food is free, and you just walk over it and automatically collect it. Now, I'll tap the I, and you'll see that we have our journal and our flute in our inventory, and now we have herbivore food. Okay, so we are going to walk around, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that you're going to want to collect every day. So you come outside and you take a left and you just venture around this corner. Every season, not 100% of the time, but most of the time, you're going to see this bush and it's going to have some kind of a fruit on it. We're going to dismount our dinosaur and we are going to pick cranberries, which we are going to need. We're also going to go over here and you're going to see clover. And you're going to pluck that clover. And we're going to get back on our white gallimimus and look around. The graphics on this game are amazing. I love the colors. Oh, look at the rainbow in the sky. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Looking around. So there's some more clover. We're going to go ahead and grab that clover. Now I will give you a tip that if you walk instead of riding your dinosaur, don't run because you're going to ruin your stamina. But if you walk around, you'll see things that maybe you don't see while you're riding the back of a dinosaur. And you also might come across a white circle pop up. Oftentimes there's things hidden in grass and bushes and you won't see them. You just see the white circle. So we're going to collect this herb or herb, however you want to pronounce it. And oftentimes that bush that I'm looking at right there will also have fruit on it. Today it does not. Hello, Styrex. Okay. Let's hop back on our gallimimus. And we could spend an entire day just exploring. And I suggest that you do. I suggest that you spend time just exploring, maybe keeping a note of what's out there, because I know there's pears over there near that red tree. And in fact, I'll just go show you. We'll pick up this free herbivore food right here and right here. And look, there's a free piece of wood. Now, look right there. On the ground, you'll see a pear. It is really hard to grow pears. So every day I go here and I look for pears and I collect them and I never use them. Well, not never. Way later in the game, I save them. So I'm a hoarder. I like to hoard my inventory items for when I really, really need them. Because inevitably, when I really, really need something, I don't have it, and then it takes all day to go get it. Okay, now if you want to run, so you see my gallimimus is just trotting along, la la la. If I want to make him run, I hold down the shift key, and he takes off. Woo! He's fast. Okay, let go of the shift key, he'll stop running. But also look at my stamina. When you make your dinosaur run, they lose stamina. Your dinosaur cannot go into Pebble Plaza, but you can walk and it will transition. Ta-da! Now we are in Pebble Plaza. This is where all the magic happens. This is where you buy your seeds, where you can do extra missions, you can earn extra shells, you can sell your stuff, you can buy your pop-ins, you talk to your community members, like right here. We are going to go over here and talk to Mama. Mama Agami, that's what I call her. She reminds me of Mama Odie. All right. Well, look what the rat dragged in. Must be raptor. Anything you need. Okay, so when you see a character and there's an exclamation above their head, that means there's something you need to do with them. I tap the space bar to interact, and now you can see there's an exclamation point next to chat. So we are going to go to the chat and left click. Ah, just the person I was hoping to run into. Now tap the space bar to finish reading what Agami has to say. I always want to call her Mama Odie. She reminds me of that character from one of the Disney movies. The other day I promised Mari I'd whip up a classic recipe, potato, carrot, and spring onion stew. So basically what this character is telling us is that we're going to have to learn how to make a classic stew. In order to do that, we are going to need potatoes, carrots, and spring onions. Spacebar. Oh, she's out of potatoes and carrots and spring onions. I tell you the truth, I was thinking about something else, so she's silly. All right, so we can have two choices. Number one, we can say, I'll get them, or I can't help you. I suggest that we go and get them. I knew I could count on you. All right, so we have added a quest. I will tell you about quests in a second, but first I want to show you when you come to Pebble Plaza and you interact with this character and you click on trade. So we have shells. We have over here, we have 2,000 shells. Shells are our money. We need carrot seeds, potato seeds, and spring onions. We can buy these types of seeds and take them back to our farm and plant them. Now, I suggest that you plant a lot of carrots because that's what I use to sell. I sow a lot of carrots to earn shells to buy the stuff that I need. So we have 2,000 shells. So let's get 10 carrot seed. Oh, 10. So you just click on, I'm left clicking on the arrows to see how many seeds I want. And I want 10 seeds. And you can see that's going to cost me 100 shells. So then I left click the OK button. And you can see up here above her head basically what's in my grocery cart. All right. Now let's get some potatoes. Now potato seeds are more expensive, but that also means that when I sell them, I'll get more money. So we're going to get 4 of those because I only want to spend 100 shells each. So I got 4 for 100 and I will left click. Okay, so now I have carrot seeds and potato seeds and now I need spring onions. Now spring onions are even more expensive, but I still want to get 4 and that's going to cost us 120 shells. Okay, now my total bill is 320 shells and I will confirm, and now all of that is in my inventory in my backpack. So you see how my backpack is filling up pretty quickly? That's why you want to leave your farm with it as empty as possible. Okay, now go back and right click and we will walk around Pebble Plaza. So we're going to go up here and we will talk to this character. Now this character, Orani, is not in Pebble Plaza 100% of the time. She travels to foreign lands. So when you get the opportunity to speak with her, you should. If you're interested, I could experiment with some color. So you see she sells clothes and linens and things like that. Now later on, I'll give you a hint. You're going to need to buy rope. Orani is the one who will sell you the rope. I will let you read because right now she is talking to Pippin. Oh, hello, Violet. Now Pippin is addressing me. My name is Violet, named after my purple hair. Oh, so now we're all friends. So Violet just moved into an old ranch in the valley. Ooh, farmer chic. So now we have Pippin, Orani, and me. I'm Violet. And I'm just tapping the space bar to go through what the conversation is. I'm not reading it out loud. I figure you could read it or not. A lot of times I skip what they're saying because it doesn't interest me. Sometimes it's interesting, but yippee! Speaking of clothes. How open are you to change? Hair, outfit, accessories, colors. Okay, so you can choose I'm open to anything or I like what I like. And I'm going to say I like what I like. Space bar. Let me know if you need anything. Now remember, I did say that Orani, you're going to need rope from her. And I will show you how to get rope. Okay, so now Pippin is going back to her stand, and we are going to interact with Orani by ourselves. left mouse button or space bar. All right, we're going to chat. See the exclamation point? Let's chat. It's hard to look this good. Do you travel a lot? Every chance I get, or the ranch keeps me close to home? Whatever you want. Well, I'm going to say every chance I get. All right, so when you go to Irani, you want to trade fiber. We can buy fiber or we can buy linen. I don't want to buy fiber or linen, okay? So we're going to go back. Oh. Okay, so now we're going to have to go back in and talk to her again. How can I help you? I want a custom order. This is how we get a rope or clothes. If you want to change your clothes, you can go in here, get new shoes, a new outfit, whatever you want. But soon we are going to need rope. So this is why I suggest that you hoard items like I hoard items. So remember when we used Lucky and we collected fiber? We need at least 10 fibers to get one rope. And we need 1,720 shells. No, we have... Silly Jurassic DD. Okay. We have 1,720 shells. We need 2 shells and 10 fibers to get one rope. We don't have fiber right now. So when we get a lot of fiber, we are going to come by here and we are going to pre-order some rope. Because later on, trust me, you're going to want extra rope. You can make that a mental note. You can write that down. Or, for the sake of gameplay, you can just wait until you need it. And then you can come and order it. But we aren't going to need it today. We're not going to need it in this tutorial. This tutorial is just about tips and hints and little things and nuances of the game. All right, so let's go up the trail and talk to Pippin. Pippin is where we get poppins. Poppins are special treats for your dinosaur, and you're going to want to hoard those as well. Are you here for a poppin or two? Let's trade. So right now, Pippin has something called Pippin Rice, and she has Crunchy Poppins. We could buy some Crunchy Poppins since we have a little bit of money, so let's just go ahead and buy 2 of them. And we will save them for when we friend dinosaurs that like Crunchy Poppins. Pretty soon, we will go to Pippin and we will ask her for a special order, and she will start making different flavored poppins. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's leave. And then we can friend different types of dinosaurs. We can also give our poppins to our tired dinosaurs to restore their stamina. Now you can explore. So here's a chair or a bench or whatever, and you see that you can interact with it. Hold down the space bar and your character will sit and their stamina will be restored. So let's make Violet tired by making her run. I'm using the forward arrow key and the shift to make her run. And you see her stamina? It's going down, down, down. Down to 44. Now look in here. This is the library. Later on in the game, you will need to interact with the library. But right now, all we can do is interact with the bench. Hold down the space bar, she will sit, and this is where her stamina will be restored. If you watch the stamina bar, Violet is resting and restoring her stamina. We don't have to sit here for very long because of this tutorial, but you can sit here for as long as you need to, on a bench, a chair, anything like that. Now let's go over here This is Marlowe. We've talked to Marlowe before. We've already been introduced to him, but Marlowe is where you get fencing, gates, and food troughs. Later on, you'll also get little water dishes, but right now it's just food troughs. You can also do a custom order from Marlowe. As you can see, if you click on custom order, this is where you get all kinds of fun stuff. All of these things will make your farm better. And eventually you will need some things from him for your tasks that you have to complete. Let's see. So right here is a wooden fence. We don't have, well, we do actually, we do have 5 woods. We could get a wooden fence. I'm not going to order it now, but you will need it eventually. So keep in mind that this is where you go to get these handcrafted items that you need later on. Okay, now, didn't mean to do that either. And I'm just right clicking my mouse to exit. This is Corlan. This is where you buy all the goodies. You can also sell. So we picked up that herb, remember? We can sell 1 herb for 8 shells. Confirm. Ta-da! We just sold it. And now we can buy herbivore food, carnivore food, a saddle, and all these other items. So like there's potatoes and carrots and spring onions, which if you recall, we need potatoes, carrots, and spring onions to give to Agami. We could buy them, or we can grow them and get them from our own inventory. I'm not going to buy them right now because this tutorial is not about finishing those types of tasks. It's just about showing you around how to find things and little tips and tricks. Okay, now, do you see this bulletin board? If you see that we can interact with it, we'll go up to it and press the space bar. So this is where you can pick up extra tasks. If you complete a task, you will get this reward. So you just click on it, or actually hover over it. You don't even have to click. You just hover over it. Deliver a lucky trinket. Can someone deliver a lucky trinket to Agami for me? I borrowed it last week and need to return it. So if you choose to do this, you go up to that character, get the trinket, and then take it to Agami, and he will give you 2 crunchy poppins. And let's see, Pippin needs fiber, and she'll give you 30 shells. Wood for cranberries, and so on. Deliver a hat to Ogami and get a saddle. So saddles, you know, that might actually, let's deliver the hat. We might need that saddle. Saddles are expensive. So we'll go over here. We accepted a task from Marlowe. So we are going to pick up his hat. Here. Oh, you're here to take the hat for Agami. Here, take it. Thanks so much. Okay, now we're going to leave. Always a pleasure. And we're just going to walk our little butts over here to Agami. Paint me purple and call me a beetroot. And we are going to chat with her and give her the hat. Okay, and now we're going to leave. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My tracker pad is very sensitive. And now we're going to go back to Marlowe and get our saddle. What can I do? You can give me my saddle. Whew, that's a weight off my mind. Thanks. Okay, now we're going to leave. Great to see you. And look how dark the game is starting to get. That means it's becoming evening. The sun is going down just like in a normal day. How do we know? Tap the letter J. This is our journal. And if you look over here, afternoon. So when you wake up in the morning, it'll be here, and our little sundial, noon, afternoon. So this is dinner time, and we can make it to here if we want to. It looks like a light shower. Our journal will tell us what pretty much everything we need to know for the day. So we click on the red tab, and this is our community. These are all the people that we just met. Oh, we haven't met Owen yet, and we haven't met, what's her name? Mari. We haven't met Mari, and we haven't met Owen. However, if we want to go meet Mari, we can look at here and find out where she is. Right now, Mari is exploring Viridian Valley. If you look down here, you see the location. Her dinosaur's name is Paprika, and she is our neighbor. So, this is our collection. These are all the things that you have to find in the game. Now, I've played this game before, but I have yet to collect every single item. I've come close, but I haven't found everything yet. There's lots of artifacts, historic places, natural features, and remember when I was talking about walking around and just looking for the white circle to pop up? Sometimes you have to do that, and you'll just stumble across part of your collection. So this tells us what season we're in. We're in Triasia, and all the crops we'll find, and look, all the ones we have yet to find during this time. Foraging hints, you'll find them all around the valley if you're lucky. This tells us the dinosaurs in Viridian Valley. These are my dinosaurs. We have Lucky and White Galley. You can name your dinosaur anything you want. I have found that for me, I have to name the dinosaur the color that it is and basically what type it is, because I've gotten so many dinosaurs that I forgot what I named them all. When I first started the game, I named them all after Jurassic Park characters. So I had Owen and Claire, and I forgot what dinosaurs I named them. And it would say that Owen was unhappy, and I couldn't find who Owen was. So I had to change the way that I name my dinosaurs. Or you can name your dinosaurs anything you want. If you want to write them down or have a better memory than this grandmother, you might. If you want to change the name later on, you just click on the pencil and you can change it. Type it in there. Over here it tells us about our dinosaur. Right now they're very cared for. Has a clean pen, well, has a pen, has a large dreamstone, has food, and a clean pen. We have yet to discover its favorite treat. We need to do that. If you look at Lucky's, we have discovered his favorite treat is beetroot. Also right here, Lucky's color is sky blue, and that is ultra rare. So we want to find dinosaurs that are different colors, rare. Again, this is the afternoon. This is what it is today. And these are our quests. These are all the quests that we need to take care of on any given day. We haven't cleared the boulder yet. The path to Dapplewood, I have to have a Styracosaurus to do that, or a dinosaur that hits boulders, and I don't have one. We also have to find all the ingredients for the classic stew and take them to Granny Agami. These are the ones that we've already completed. We've delivered a hat, makeshift tools, flowers, carrots, meet the locals. So we've done all that. And here's our calendar. I don't really do much with the calendar, to be honest. I don't even really look at it. So we are going to exit that by pressing the right mouse key, and we are going to leave Pebble Plaza. And now it's evening. If you look in the top right corner, you'll see the word evening pop up. That means the sun is going down. In the evening, or actually throughout various parts of the day, times of the day, different dinosaur colors will emerge. So when I go to friend a Styracosaurus, I want to find one that is rare in color. If you'll look, you'll know one that pops out to be rare. Look at that purple and pink one. That purple and pink dinosaur might actually be rare. Now, I don't have any pop-ins for the dinosaur yet or any treats, so you're going to want in your inventory, you're going to want carrots, potatoes, onions, different types of vegetables or plants to feed the dinosaur to make it happy. And in another tutorial, I will show you how to friend different dinosaurs. So right now, we're going to walk around. In the evening, you'll find more rare dinosaurs than what you would during the day. Sometimes you'll also find different types of dinosaurs that only come out at night. So if you look right here, you'll see some clover, and I suggest that you hop off your dinosaur and you pluck the clover. Again, spending an entire day just exploring and collecting items it's needed. You don't have to do it every day, you don't have to do it all the time, but I suggest that you familiarize yourself with the map, because look, you never know what you're going to find. You see that in there? That is a large dreamstone, and you definitely want to collect every dreamstone you can find, because you cannot have a happy dinosaur in a good pen without dreamstones. And we can talk about those later. But another reason to make sure you have a slot in your inventory, because if you come across a dreamstone, you don't want to leave it. If you have to leave it, write it down. Get a little piece of scrap paper, write down where it's at so you can go back and find it, because I didn't do that when I first started, and I went back to try to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Now, another hint: on top of mountains or hills, you can look around. You can see what's going on around you. You can also hop down. I don't think you can interact with that. That would be cool if you could, though. You see a stool. Your character can sit there, and their stamina can be restored just by resting right there. So we'll give her a second to restore a piece of her stamina. Maybe. Why, there it goes. And we don't need to wait there forever. But again, I'm not going to explore the entire Viridian Valley for you. That is something you're going to want to do, collecting things along the way. Also, look right here. Do you see these? These are tricks. You can't collect this dreamstone. I wish that you could. Like, I wish you could collect a tool that could break some of that off to get a dreamstone. But often if you see that, not 100% of the time, but quite a bit, there might be a dreamstone around, and it could be that one hiding in the cave over there. So just explore. Spend some time in the game looking around, exploring, crossing bridges. See what you can find. Collect what you can. Take notes, whether they're mental notes or writing them down on paper. This game is a lot of fun. I am not affiliated with this game. I don't get any money from you if you buy the game. I'm just here to tell you how to play the game, because I am a video game loving grandma who also loves dinosaurs, and I want to share that passion with you. If there's something that I missed, because I'm sure there is, keep an eye out for my other tutorials. You'll learn along the way. We'll do walkthroughs. We'll friend some dinosaurs. We're going to need to come over here and do some gardening and plant those seeds. But for now, it is bedtime. Remember, tap the J for our journal. If you wait until that little dial is midnight, the game will put your dinosaurs to bed automatically. It'll say midnight, bedtime, and they will all go to bed without you can't do anything about it. So I suggest that you keep control of your game, put your dinosaurs to bed. All right, come on, you gotta go to bed. put you to bed, say goodnight. Just tap the space bar, tell them goodnight. Hi, Lucky, did you have a good day? I know you're tired. Pet your dinosaur. And then go over to your house, which is really needs some work. And then save. So you're going to write in diary. That's how you save your game. And you can keep playing, or you can go to bed. If you click go to sleep, you will start a new day. And we're not going to do that. You can write in your diary, you can save, and you can exit your game. And for now, that is what we will do. We will quit, and I will sign off for now and say thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. I hope that you hit the like and follow button, and please let me know what you want to see, what you need to learn, and I will do my best to make a video about it. Thank you.